Hello, my name is Susan Joyce Proctor, and I have a wonderful message to share with women, especially those of us that are over 35 and may have experienced some disruption, shall we say, in our lives because of our hormones. But before I get into that, I want you to know that I spent most of my adult life living in what I call hormone hell, struggling with my weight. I was about 40 pounds heavier than this, and for many years I lived in New York City having the stressed out life of a vice president of a bank. So I've been somewhere that probably many of you are now. But I'm happy to tell you that I'm speaking to you today as a seasoned wellness professional who has been enjoying the benefits of a wellness lifestyle for over 25 years now. And the news is really wonderful. And that is that there's a journey available to you like the one that I've had that can take you to a fantastic place. And that's why I'm so excited and passionate about sharing this with you. And the major message is that there is a level of wellness and balance and vitality and what I like to call juiciness that is available to us as women that is beyond what most of us thought was possible. So I am really excited about sharing this information with you, and thank you for being with me today. Well, as I mentioned, I had a high-powered corporate career many years ago. And I actually left that in the late 80s because I had this desire to contribute something really meaningful to the world. And I wasn't sure yet what exactly that would be. But I knew that the life that I had back then was really not that healthy and that I was way out of balance. So I was actually on a personal journey to find solutions for myself. And when I found them, they were just too good not to share with the world. So some of the things that I talk about are Ayurvedic medicine, which is one of the things that I'm trained and certified in. It's a sister science to yoga that is a powerful system for balance and healing that I'm really proud to bring to the world. And I also became a clinical hypnotherapist and an NLP practitioner, and I trained with Dr. Peter Diadamo with the blood type science, and with one of my beloved mentors, Dr. Joseph Collins, I became a management of menopause type specialist. So over the years, I've been kind of getting closer and closer to this set of solutions that I feel that I have found that I can share with you, that there is this level of balance and well-being available to us that I didn't know was available. So it's been a fantastic journey, and I invite you to join me on it. My most important message for women, this is really the exciting part, is about pleasure. Most of us have been trained to think that, we had to do it the hard way and we needed to deprive ourselves and we needed to work really hard. And that was the road to get us where we want to go. But there's this amazingly beautiful paradox that our feminine energy really runs on pleasure. We've been living in a male-dominated world where we've been told that no pain, no gain is the way to go. And that can get us lots of places. But to really fulfill on who we are as women and the gifts that we have to share in the world, we really need to embrace our pleasure. And yes, I am talking about specifically things like chocolate and fat and sex. And that is why I've been promising you that the news is really wonderful. There is this whole juicy, delicious world available to us that will really allow us all to thrive. This is a really critical time in our world to me. We have been going through for decades now this amazing evolution in consciousness. And I am personally inspired by a wonderful quote that I heard from the Dalai Lama, that apparently he said that he believes that the world is going to be saved by the Western woman. And I remember when I heard that, I thought, like, yes, why not? We're the ones that have been so advantaged in terms of our education and our self-expression. If anybody is going to bring balance to this imbalanced world, it might as well be us. But when I look around, I see that most of us are still products of the imbalanced world that we came from. And so, again, I come back to, in order for us to fully, embrace our gifts and make this contribution to the world that can balance, things that have been out of balance for thousands of years, it starts with us. And so there's this amazing potential to balance ourselves and bring ourselves to that place of joy and fulfillment and excitement that we really are here to share our gifts and make that kind of difference. You've probably been getting the message by now that my goal is to support women in the most powerful way that I can. And for many years, I've really focused my practice, my coaching, my speaking, my writing on three particular areas: natural hormone balance and replacement, weight management and metabolism, and what I call youthful aging. And the more I've delved into these topics, the clearer it's become to me that if we focus on balancing our hormones, that really takes care of basically everything else. So that's really what I'm excited about sharing, the most widely with you. And, when we talk about hormones as women, we roll our eyes. Most of us have had some kind of hormone issues. And when I talk about natural hormone balance and replacement and restoral, what I'm speaking to is the understanding that the body is intelligent and it knows how to make hormones and it wants to be balanced and healthy. So I'm not talking about replacing hormones even with bioidenticals. I'm talking about supporting your body in doing its job as well as it possibly can. And that to me is so exciting, and it also gets kind of easy. So the way I talk about it is, in order to reach that state, and I'm there, so I'm excited to share this potential with you, we basically need to do more good stuff and less bad stuff. And the good stuff is generally in the realm of nutrition and self-care. The bad stuff is toxicity and stress. And most of the recommendations I have are very universal. Things like, getting enough sleep and getting enough fat in our diet. But some of them are very specific to each woman based on her constitutional type and her blood type. And that's one of the things that I know that I have a very special contribution to make, because I'm not aware that anybody else has taken it to the level of being able to pinpoint exactly what's right for you. Some of the most exciting and fun stuff that I get to teach women is about food. And so we're here in the kitchen because I want to make the point that a lot of our well-being starts right here in the kitchen. I love to cook. I become a consummate foodie. And this has been such a joy for me because, as I shared with you earlier, I had a very poor relationship with food earlier in my life, and I was tyrannized by it. And I have really fully made peace with food and come to a joyful place, which is, again, one of those things that I want to share with you. So it's been so exciting in recent years to discover that fat really is good for us, and that whole deprivation thing didn't work. And this is in alignment with everything else that I've been telling you today, that we can really learn to trust our own pleasure and our own enjoyment. And so a lot of this does start in the kitchen, and that's very exciting. The other room of the house that's very important to our well-being is the bedroom, because sexuality is the other major source of pleasure in our lives that has such a fantastic impact on our health. And what I can tell you from my own experience is that we can be juicy and rejuice ourselves at any age. I was born in 1955, so you can do the math. And I hope that I'm conveying to you today what's available to all of us when we really surrender to our pleasure and learn what choices really can enhance that and our well-being. I have so much more to share with you about these exciting topics, and I really look forward to having the opportunity to speak to your group sometime soon, or to offer personalized solutions for balance, vitality, and juiciness. You can always find me at SusanJoyceProctor.com, and in the meantime, I wish you a very juicy life.